Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So the topic I have chosen for this video is China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, that is CPEC. So the point we will be covering in this video is what is CPEC, which countries are participating in this CPEC project, what is the total estimation and the investment in this project and beginning year of this project, and what is the impact of this whole project. So let's start with today's video. I would request you all to be with me till the end of the video so that you will have an end-to-end information about this subject. CPEC is a collaboration between China and Pakistan. It was started back in 2013. When it was started, the value was estimated to 46 billion US dollars, but by the end of 2017, the investment crossed 62 billion US dollars. As per the sources, or as per some sources from these two countries, this project was started to make the economy of Pakistan more stronger, and that was a helping investment, we can say, from China side. Though we do not need to mention that the financial status of Pakistan is below the belt, and it was also mentioned that the project will make the country a special economic zone, and to emerge with numerous energy projects, the construction of CPEC corridor has been designed. On 2016, 13th of November, the CPEC became partly operational. Gradually under observation of CPEC, a vast network of highways and railways were to be constructed, but due to the poor quality of Pakistan's transportation, it could not happen. And by the time the government of Pakistan has lost their annual GDP by 3.65%. As per the assumption, the modern transport facility will connect seaport between Gadwar and Karachi and the adjoining points with Western China and Central Asia under the observation of CPEC. 1100 kilometer long motorway was decided to be built between Karachi and Lahore. The network of Pakistan Railways to extend to China's southern Xinjiang Railway in Kashgar. The estimation was $11 billion. To make a transportation more effective, it was to be financed by a subsidized concessionary loan. It was estimated by Pakistan economists that CPEC project will help them in increasing the job opportunity by 2.3 million in a year, and the GDP will fly high by more 2.5%. But by looking at the current news, that failing of the installment payment by Pakistan to CPEC project, Pakistan had to send 1,000 girls to China. I do not think that's ethical enough, but not sure how it has been considered as a job growth profile and how it is helping this country to increase their GDP. Now, in terms with the energy projects, over 33 billion US dollars worth of infrastructures are to be constructed to help in elevating Pakistan's major energy segment, which regularly estimated 4.5 thousand megawatt and shared an estimate of 2.5% growth in gross domestic product. They have estimated the power capacity of 10.5 thousand megawatt approx by the end of 2018, and for that they set up a project called Early Harvest. They have estimated an investment of 2.5 billion US dollars to set up pipelines between Gwadar and Nawab Shah to transport the gas from Iran, to make the world's largest solar power project. Hydraulic and wind power project was also a part of the overall plan. The value of those projects would be roughly equivalent to all foreign direct investment in Pakistan since 1970 and would be equal to 17% of Pakistan's 2015 gross domestic product. From the initial project, the scope has been expanded from a net worth of 46 billion US dollars to 62 billion US dollars. CPEC is seen as the main plan of China's paramount leader Xi Jinping as his Belt and Road Initiative. If we are talking statistically, according to official statistics, 25% of CPEC is debt-based finance, while 75% of CPEC is investment in joint ventures, enterprises between Pakistan and China, with the project contribution to 40,000 jobs in local Pakistanis and 80,000 jobs for Chinese. Official statistics suggested a return of 6 billion to 8 billion US dollars from the taxes per annum, such as road and bridge tolls. The total CPEC loan is 6% of the total GDP of Pakistan. However, the Indian government has claimed that project is a debt trap. Nevertheless, officials countered that 3.5% of Pakistan's GDP per annum is lost due to the poor transportation network, which the EPAC investment aims to remedy, leading to added benefits for any lag of Pakistani's growth statistics. Economic analysts have stated tangible benefits of these initiatives, including an end-to-end major energy shortages in Pakistan, which had previously crippled economic growth. On 14 January 2020, Pakistan operationalized Gwadar port for Afghan transit trade. Now, according to the critics, including the United States and India, the project is purely a debt trap. However, the Pakistani government stated that most of the project consists of equity finance, such as joint ventures, instead of debt finance, giving Pakistani alternative means of raising capital for the project. Though the project names show the collaboration of two countries, most of the major decisions are taken by the Chinese counterpart, as they are investing most in the project, because the actual intention was not to make Pakistan economically strong. The main intention was, or the main intention is still, to acquire the land of Pakistan to give a larger look to China. That is all I could have managed to jot down as part of this video. As long as it is important to have most of the knowledge and information of our own country, we should also research some strategies and steps for those countries who are continuously trying to defame India in front of the whole world, which I believe they will never be able to do that. But yes, you can see that how Chinese are started taking back steps after Indian government has taken this hard decisions. In near future, you can see more and more like interesting things that will happen, and you are going to enjoy this about the relationship between India and China, India and Pakistan. So that would be we are in some deep thoughts that the economy will have some issues with that, but no worries, India is prepared for that. So yes, we will fight against our enemies without any second thought. Yes, so till the time we meet in our next videos, I would request you to please stay tuned with this channel and keep showing your support. And yes, to show your support, please do not forget to subscribe if you are a new user or you are a new visitor of this channel. So please do subscribe the channel. Please like, share and comment, and share with your family and friends. Till the time we meet again, stay at home, stay happy.